I'd like to start by having you tell your sort of name, where you're from, and a little bit about where you came from.
My name is German Harris, and I came from Indianapolis, Indiana. I was originally adopted, so I really don't know as far back as that.
Okay.
But yeah.
First name is Germany.
Germany.
That's a funny first name. How'd that happen?
I can't tell you. I was adopted, so
Okay.
it was kind of there before I was adopted.
Okay.
So yeah.
So we're talking today about ethnicity, all right? And so I don't know, do you come from a predominantly black part of Indianapolis, a predominantly white part, a mixed part? How is that, where is your background there?
I come from a predominantly white part.
Okay.
The white part, the suburbs, guys.
Okay, and now you're from Geist.
Yes.
Okay, and now you're at St. Joe, where you're absolutely a minority here.
Yes.
I'd like for you to talk a little bit about that. That is this similar to what you had in high school in terms of the mix of black and white, and what's it been like for you to walk into St. Joe where you're part of a tiny minority here?
It's actually, I'm pretty used to it. I've been to a Catholic school my whole life. It's actually a little different here. Actually, there are more minorities here, because I know at my high school there was at least 12 of us, but there's a lot more here. So
okay.
I feel a lot more comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah,
so in terms of black culture and white culture, the real purpose of my lecture is to question people about whether or not they think that individual pockets of cultural people who are behaving differently, like whether Asians should speak Chinese and Tagalog and things like that, and whether the cultures ought to be maintained as separate things. That is, your blackness. How do you see that compared to the community you live in?
Really, that's a tough question. I mean, you see different cultures everywhere, and I think it's best if they mix together,
So you would be in favor of sort of a gigantic American culture, which is a blend of all the cultures.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's evident you can't stop it, I can't stop walking down the street seeing a group of Hispanics talking in Spanish. I can't. You just gotta go with it, I guess.
So you think that's a bad thing?
I'm a little, kind of questionable, skeptical about it sometimes, but I don't really have a problem with it.
Well, let me put it this way. Which America would you feel more comfortable one in which as you walk down the street, here's some people speaking Spanish, and here's some people speaking Tagalog, and here's some people and so on, all of them in their sort of own ethnic groups, versus an America where everybody's all mixed together and everybody's speaking English and it's all kind of, which of these looks like the better?
I like the one where everybody's doing not their own thing. I don't like that, because then that makes me feel, left out or secluded or different.
Okay.
I like the America where everybody's, mixed, doing, the
So
same
do
thing.
you think that's the way it's really going to turn out in the future?
I don't think that's the way it's going to turn out, unfortunately.
And so what would you do to change it if you think it needs to be changed?
I would have, I don't know, I guess, when you look at schools, how you have to learn different languages, I would have that. Everybody learn a little bit of something new, not just English, not just Spanish, French, German, all these different languages, and apply that,
But you do think that us speaking English, all of us speaking English, is a good thing?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think we should discourage ethnic minority people from having their kids learn their native languages?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
So you're in favor of keeping both?
Yeah, keeping both.
Okay.
Just not just one.
Okay. Overall, do you think there's a black culture at St. Joe that's distinct from the white culture? So far, you've only been here a few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, if there is, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but
you think there should be?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly what I wanted.